Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I met you for Salt, but that's a long time ago
yeah.
in Cancun.
Oh, in Cancun, right.
Yes, that was nice.
That is fun when they do those, yeah.
I hope they do it again sometime. Okay, so he had a little rebellious past, and I think sometimes that makes people even stronger and give them more character when you grow older. Do you agree with that?
Oh, completely. Completely. You know, I think it's that thing, what I love about Louis' story, and I think a lot of people will relate to it, especially young people, I hope, is there's that fire in all of us, and so often when you're young or at different times in your life, you think that there's something wrong with that. It's a bad thing because it's misdirected, and you don't know if you're a good person, and you don't know what you're contributing. You feel like, and that it is that fight and that fire and that little bit of trouble that if directed in the right way, it can be a force for good and brave and wonderful. And I think that's and I say that to my kids if they get in trouble because they've done something and they feel like they did something wrong or bad, that there is a right and a wrong, but it's also not to feel like they're bad. And it's fire, like Louis has fire. And
do you think about that now when you're going to have teenagers at one point in your house?
Yeah, I have one so far. Yes, it's complicated. And if they're anything like I was, it's going to be really difficult.
And I think a lot of people admire in you too, that you just stay true to yourself and you have all this compassion for so many people and all the other work that you do. Is that something that made you connect with him especially?
I think there is a real joy in being useful and believing in other people and trying to fight on their behalf and make things better. There's a real joy in it. It's not out of, and Louis and I think shared that, him certainly on a very different scale, but this idea that helping others it's not out of pity or charity. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be able to be a part of other people's lives and to work with them. And when you see people overcoming things and surviving against all odds, you're impressed and inspired by them. It's not. It's something that fills you and makes you full of happiness and joy, and he had that joy. I'm so fortunate to have the opportunities to do what I love in life, and I love my family. I want to work on world issues and try to do my best to participate and be useful. I get to work on a film like Unbroken and spend time with a man like Louis Zamperini. I'm so fortunate, and so I feel very driven to do everything I can. I probably should learn to relax a little bit, but it's not in my nature.